If you don't know, don't worry. We're all going to do this together. Today we're going to be doing some crab cakes. I've never done it before, but we're going to try to do some. We're going to do two types. One like the appetizer one. We're going to have it on like a beginning meal, and also we're going to have it. We're going to do one like like a little slider, but a little bit bigger than a slider, like almost like like a hamburger, like a meal. So we're going to put on our brioche bun. That's the one that we're going to eat like it's a hamburger. So for this, we're going to have some Worcestershire sauce, some hot sauce, any type you want. We're going to use this Frank's Red Hot. Some mayo, of course. I just found this Duke's. I heard rave reviews about it, so I'm going to use this today for it. Some breadcrumbs, or you can use some panko, or crackers, or Ritz, or anything like that. It's fine. You can use that for it. I have some onion and garlic powder. Of course, the crab. Try to get some lump crab. I found some crab. Don't break it up or nothing like that. Because you want to be lump. Got some Dijon mustard. Some, of course, sweet relish. Okay. Lemon pepper. That's going to be some flavor. Of course, the lemon. Got purple onion, an egg, parsley, and of course the main ingredients is Old Bay. Gotta have Old Bay. You don't have no Old Bay, might as well go get some and then try it again later. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to put all the ingredients together, get the crab cakes put together, and then we'll go from there. All right, give me a second. Thanks. Okay, welcome back, everybody. We're going to get ready to put all the mix together for the crab cakes today. So right now I have the mayonnaise in there. Try to get this, like I said, Duke's. I heard a lot of big reviews on it, and I'm going to try it out today. I've never had it before, so we're gonna do it for this dish. They say it's really good and all that, and plus spending a lot of money on the crab, so might as well go with all of it, all the good stuff. So we got some. This is the sweet relish juice, just the juice part. Okay, so pour that in there. Then I have some hot sauce. You can put whatever hot sauce you want in there. I'm using. Let me see. What is it that one I'm using right now? Oh yeah, I'm using Red Hot. You can use whatever you want. Okay, the Worcestershire sauce. I'm gonna pour that inside there like that. It's good there. Of course, the Dijon mustard, Creole mustard, whatever you want up on there. You can use yellow mustard, but I'm telling you this stuff is really good. So I'm gonna pour that in there. I have that in there right there. Then what we're gonna do is we're going to put the lemon zest in there, which I already zested out for us. Got all that going for us, so we got that good to go there. We're going to put some other flavorings. We have like the Old Bay, you need that on there. I have some onion powder and garlic powder, and this is my lemon pepper flavoring and all that. So I'm going to put that in there. We're going to put that in there. Not a lot of it, not a lot of all that in there. So we're going to put that together like that. And what we're going to do is we're going to whisk this all together. Then we're going to taste it, see if it needs anything before we add the eggs and all that. Okay, the eggs and the purple onion and the parsley. Okay, let's go ahead and whisk this up real quick here. Give me a few seconds here. There it is. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a little taste of it. And see if it needs anything else. If it needs anything before I drop the egg in there. I don't want to drop the egg in there and taste it like that. So I'm going to see how this is. So give me 1 second here. All right. That's pretty good. That is pretty good. I think I might add if you hold on, let me add a little bit of more Old Bay on there. Give me 1 second. Okay, I added some more Old Bay. Tastes a little bit better. I'm gonna take this lemon now, put a little bit of squeeze of lemon in there. Just squeeze a little bit. Get that all in there like that. Let's take this out here. Lemon's always good, with crab and all that. Let's go ahead and get the other side of it. This one here, a little bit more. And let's whisk this up again. All right. So before we put the breadcrumbs, the egg, and all that in there, we want to, make sure this thing tastes halfway decent, So that's the whole thing. Yep, that is good. Give me a second. We're going to grab the rest of the stuff, all right? All right, before we add the egg and all that, we're going to add our parsley in there. You know, put some around here like this. This puts a little bit of color to it, and it also, you know, gives it a zing on there. We're going to put this, some of the purple onion. You don't have to put the purple onion there. You know, I want to put it on there. Gives it a little bit more flavoring and some more color to it. You know, like I said, it's the first time for me with this. I'm going to mix this up again. And see how that comes out. Oh yeah, that looks pretty good right there. Let's put a little bit more parsley in there. Yeah. Parsley's gonna make it, you know, like I said, it's gonna give it a little taste and a little flavoring and a little color. Let's go ahead and taste this now. Yep, that's good. That's what it looks like. It's ready to go. Now we're going to put the crab in there. We're not going to squish up the crab because we want it, you know, to be as lump as we can have it. Okay, so let's do that. We're gonna actually, I'm gonna put the egg in there, and then we're gonna put the crab. All right, let me go ahead and break the egg in there. One egg. All right, one egg. Now you don't have to do egg. You don't want to. It's really up to you. It's your call. You know, but I'm gonna put the egg in there. A few people that I've seen do it with eggs, and a few people don't. So let's go ahead and do it with the egg. If it doesn't come out, you know, like the way we like it and all that, delicious and all that, then we're gonna, you know, not put it in next time. But everybody I've seen, you know, put the egg in there, all right? So there it is. Now we're gonna get the crab. Okay, we're gonna drop the crab in there, and then, but we're gonna be, you know, try to be as gentle as we can, and we're gonna mix it up with our hands. Okay, the crab that is. Let me get some of this crab on there right now. Right there, see how lumped that is? All that lumped up. We don't want to break it up. We don't want it to pieces, all right? This is a lot of crab. You know, this is a lot of money here. So you wanna, if you're gonna do this, you might as well do it right. You know, do it right if you're gonna spend that money. Okay. So there we go. Let's break up some of this here. Put the rest of them in here like this. All right. So, got that in there. Put the crab, and everybody says, well, what about the breadcrumb or the crackers and all that? Well, that will go in a minute. We want to get all the flavoring inside the actual crab meat. Okay, the breadcrumb is more of like a filling. You know, the rest of this stuff like a filling on there. It's not, you know, you want to make sure that, you know, that the taste is actually a crab cake, because this is what you're doing. You're doing a crab cake. Okay, so there you go. We're going to grab the breadcrumb. Let me grab the breadcrumbs for a second. All right, hold on. All right, so I got my my breadcrumbs here, about a half a cup right here, and you just pour it on there, and then you don't have to pour it all at one time. I pour, you know, some of it on there, and this way I'm gonna get it to, you know, stick to the crab and everything else. You don't have too much of that, the breadcrumb. You don't want that. Okay, you don't want. It's not a crab filling breadcrumb. It's a crab cake. And here's the rest. Since we made a lot of crab here, we got a lot of crab meat here. Okay, be gentle with this thing. Be gentle with this thing. Like I said, this crab was not cheap. All right. So now you're going to give me a few minutes. What I'm going to do is I'm going to get a tray, and we're going to ball this up, and then pack it and all that. Okay. And then we're going to put it in the refrigerator for about, you know, an hour or so. Just let it sit in there, and then we're gonna come back and do the actual, like the sauce for it. All that. All right, give me 1 second. Hold on. All right, everyone, welcome back. So what I got here is I got the tray with aluminum foil on there. I sprayed some like butter spray on there. So when this is sitting in the refrigerator, it will, you know, not stick so much. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make a few of these. I don't want it into a ball, but more, you know, like almost like a hamburger or a hockey puck kind of size, because I want it to be able to, you know, put on the bread and all that when we do the sandwich part. So I'm going to put one like that. Let's see how many we can get out of this one today. I'm gonna be eating this. None of my boys are at home right now, so I'm going to be making a few of these. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make it, and then my older son's going to come home later on, and he wants some. So I want to make him to try out the one that goes on like the the bread, and also, you know, the appetizer looking one. So, you know, we'll see how it is. Like I said, I spent a few dollars on this stuff, so I want to make sure that, you know, it comes out good, because, you know, crab is not, especially lump crab, is not it's not cheap and all that. So eat blue crab and all that's not even cheap either. So we got that here. Let me roll this up a little bit here. I don't want it flat, like, you know, I don't want it like a pancake. I want it kind of thick. Yeah, there we go. It's like that. All right. So I'm gonna finish this, finish it up. I think I can do about a couple more on here. I don't want to get the camera out of you guys' way here. I think I can get about 5 out of this. This is good. That's a good amount. That's what I thought. I thought I was going to get about 4. If I would have went with a smaller amount of crab, then I would have got about 3 to 4. But, you know, I got more because I got kind of greedy. I thought, oh, you know what? That's not going to be enough. And that's not going to be enough. And that's not going to be enough. I ended up being way too much. So, all right, let me finish this up and I'll be right back. Thanks. All right, welcome back. So we got the everything on the tray now. We're going to stick these in the refrigerator. These are about the size of maybe a large hockey puck, I guess. I don't play hockey. Had a neighbor, her boyfriend played hockey. He's really good at it. But yeah, I think it's about the size of a hockey puck. Put it in the refrigerator. It's going to, you know, get cold and sit in there for about an hour or so before we cook it. During that time, right now, after you give me a few seconds, we're going to make our own tartar sauce that we're going to put on the bread over there and on the plate. So, you know, you can have like the dipping sauce. All right, give me a second while I put this in the refrigerator. All right, we're back. We're going to be making our own tartar sauce. So here's the mayo again. Like I said, I'm going to be using Duke's because everybody's raved about it. So I'm going to try it out. I took a taste of it earlier, and it's pretty good. It's pretty good. Mayo's mayo to me. So, but we're going to make our own. So here we go, our own tartar sauce like this. So what we're going to do is stick some Dijon mustard in there, or, you know, Cajun mustard, whichever one you can get. You know, really good. Preferably that, and not yellow mustard, but you can use yellow mustard. Okay. Here is some sweet relish. We're going to use the whole relish this time, not just the juice. All right, we're gonna put that in there, just like that. We're gonna put some ketchup and some hot sauce in there. Okay, yes, ketchup. That gives it some color. So we're gonna pour some ketchup in there. Put that in there. All right, and of course some Old Bay. Okay, we're gonna put that like that. We don't want to put too much. We don't make it go crazy. You know, too spicy color. So we're gonna stir this up, and the ketchup and the hot sauce should give it some color, so it's not, you know, just a regular white color tartar sauce. It's like a pinkish or a reddish color. Yeah, that's it right there. There you go. There, this looks good. Yeah, there you go. Just like that. Yeah, I think that's ready. So what we're going to do is we're going to refrigerate this, also with the crab boys being refrigerated, and then we're going to come back, and this is what we're going to use for, like I said, like in, you know, instead of just regular mayonnaise, since it is a crab cake, we want to use the tartar sauce on the sandwich and on the appetizer plate. All right, we'll be back for the cooking. Thanks. So what we got here is we got the crab cakes. They've been sitting in the refrigerator for a little while now, and they are, you know, good to go for us to, you know, start cooking. I'm gonna move this out of the way. What I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna turn on top of my stove here, get this going. Get this kind of hot right here, and then put some spread some olive oil on there, right there. So what we're going to do is we're going to cook, sear the top of the crab cakes and all that, and then put them in the oven for a little while, just to, you know, actually, you know, finish cooking and to keep them warm. While we're getting this kind of hot, we're going to also put some butter on there. Okay, put some butter on here like this, and let that melt. Melt on there like this, and then after this, you know, melts, we're going to put maybe about 3 of the crab cakes on there, and then let them cook. Turn them over, like I said, sear on that side, and then put them in the oven. The oven right now is actually preheating, and we want it to, you know, get to at least like a broil. Really hot, you know, to keep it, just in case it, you know, it needs cooking a little bit more. You can cook the whole thing on here if you like, you know, all the way through and all that, but I just want to be safe, you know, like I said, and sear the top of it here and then put it in the oven. All right, give me a second. Let me get this thing going, and then we're going to turn this down a little bit and then put the crab cakes on there, okay? So what I've done is I put 2 of them on there right now. I have one right here. You can see, you know, I guess molded up pretty good while it's sitting in the refrigerator. And we're going to put it on there. We're going to actually turn this up a little bit, let it cook for a minute, and then flip it over. All right, give me a second here. Alright, so they're flipped over. The cooking, you know, pretty good right now. I think next time I'm going to try to make them a little bit smaller, because when you flip them, you know, they look like they're trying to break and all that. But you know what? That's okay. We're cooking that at home. We're trying to get this 3D effect, you know, like really large, okay? So hold on a second. So while one of the batches are finished cooking, we're going to put our sauce on here like this. This is the sauce. This is like, you know, for the little snack or appetizer one. Of course, I'm on there like that. Just a little bit like that, right? And then we'll get our brush. Let me see. Where is my brush? Here it is. Got my brush here. And then we're going to brush this like this. Let's brush it down. Looks like a presentation. You know, you want to do it like this. Presentation like that. Yeah, there we go. Just like that. All right. So, yeah. Looks good. Alright, then what I'm going to do next is I'm going to take one of the crab cakes that's done. Kind of broke up, like I said. It's not bad, but you know, it's okay. Here we go. Here's one right here. We put one right here, just like that. There you go, just like that. I have another one. Let me see. Let me see if that one's. No, that one's not done yet. So give me a second while I grab the other one from the oven, okay? Alright, so we got the second one on there. It's kind of a little, some of the edges fell off, but you know, that's okay. What we're going to do now is we're going to get some of our butter and just top it off like that. Everything's better with butter, all right? And then we're going to sit here, grab some of our parsley, add it around here like this, that. All right, let me grab, you know what, I need something else. Hold on one second here. And there it is. There is the presentation. Not bad for the first time. Let me go ahead and get a picture of that, even though it's a video. I'd like to get a picture of this. You know, like I said, first time for me, first time for me. What I'm going to do next is now I'm going to make the sandwich portion of it. The one with the brioche bun and all that. And what I did was I already toasted the buns up right there. Look at that. Okay, can you see that? Let me put it up here. There you go. Butter and toasted up the bun, so we're ready to go with those. So let me prep all that ready. But before that, let's go ahead and take a taste. I'm not going to leave this like here because I want to save it when my son gets home. He can have some of that one. I'm going to put this to the side here. A little sauce. I got a little bit of the crab cake on the side here. I'm gonna try it out. Let me try it out. Let me taste it. Yep, that tartar sauce is good, man. Yeah, I mean it's really good. This crab cake is really delicious. I think I did a good job. All right, I'll be right back. Okay, first we're going to prep up the bread and all that. So with our little sauce here and that, put some on the bread. You know, might as well get the flavoring on there because, like I said, I tasted it and it is actually on point. Really, really good. I like it a lot. I think my son would like it too. If my younger son was here, I know he'd like it. Maybe I'll make this one. He comes into town from college. From here. All right, that should be enough right there. All right, give me a second here. I'm gonna show you. Let me grab some of the other stuff that we're going to put on it. So what I got is some lettuce, tomatoes, of course, and we're going to stick some bacon on here. Yep, bacon. That's right. Might as well go all out, right? So cooked up the bacon earlier. So maybe we'll put 3 pieces. 2.5 is good. Here. Okay. Got that on there. I'm going to grab the crab cake. We'll be right back. All right, we've got the crab cakes on there for the sandwich part of it. I'm going to put a little bit of butter on top of the actual crab cake. They look like they're, yeah, they did break up a little bit, you know, because they're so big and all that. But it's okay, you know. We'll work on the recipe next time. So now we're going to take the top of the bread, put on top. Let me scoot that back. Put the bread on top. Scoot that back. There you go. I'm going to be eating one of these, and my older son's going to be eating the other one. There you go. Well, I hope you enjoyed it, you guys. It was pretty, it was different. You know, like I said, I've never done this one before. I enjoyed it. I hope you do too. You know, try it out for yourself. The recipe itself, the taste of it is, like I said, I'm eating some right now on the side. But it's delicious. It is. The crab cake is really good. I really like the crab cake. All right, thanks you guys. Have a good day. Have a good weekend. All right, bye.